If you want to defeat the enemy effectively, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Rate of fire, firepower, or carrying as much ammunition as possible? All of that sounds right, but it's not enough. In theory, the more ammo a soldier carries, the longer they can stay in the fight. But real-world combat has proven the opposite. Today, U.S. soldiers carry far less ammunition than previous generations, dropping from over 400 rounds to just around 180. So the question is, why? During World War II, a U.S. infantryman armed with the M1 Garand typically carried 80 to 200 rounds of ammunition, but hit rates were extremely low. In reality, it often took dozens, sometimes even hundreds of rounds, to eliminate a single target. In brutal battles like Normandy or Iwo Jima, American troops frequently fired continuously to suppress the enemy, especially in close-range combat. The result was predictable. Ammunition ran out quickly. Units became heavily dependent on resupply, operations slowed down, and casualties increased. By the time of the Vietnam War, U.S. soldiers armed with the M16 carried up to 420 rounds of ammunition, meant to improve survival in an unpredictable battlefield. Yet efficiency remained low. Only about 10 to 15% of the rounds fired actually had an effect. During the Battle of Ia Drang in 1965, there were moments when U.S. troops nearly ran out of ammunition and were forced to call in airstrikes to survive. Entering the 21st century in Iraq and Afghanistan, the same pattern appeared again. Most ammunition was still used for suppression, not for eliminating specific targets. And the U.S. military reached a critical conclusion. Firing more does not mean fighting better. From these lessons, U.S. combat doctrine changed at a fundamental level. Today, accuracy is no longer a skill reserved for snipers. Every soldier is expected to neutralize a target with one or two well-placed shots. Instead of spraying rounds on full auto, troops are trained to prioritize controlled, semi-automatic fire. This approach preserves accuracy, conserves ammunition, and allows soldiers to reassess the situation after every shot. When each target only requires a few rounds, 180 rounds suddenly makes sense. Modern U.S. soldiers are equipped with the M4A1, a rifle that is lighter, produces less recoil, and is far easier to control than weapons used during World War II. Its shorter barrel improves mobility in urban combat, while remaining effective out to around 300 meters. The Picatinny rail system allows soldiers to mount optical sights, infrared optics, and laser aiming devices. As a result, hit probability has nearly doubled, from roughly 10% during the Vietnam era to 20 to 25% in modern combat conditions. The 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO cartridge is also significantly lighter than the older .30-06 round, reducing carried weight while still delivering sufficient lethality. So while U.S. soldiers carry less ammunition, they now carry far more equipment. During the Vietnam War, the average combat load ranged from 36 to 45 kilograms. Today, that number has increased to 45 to 63 kilograms, even though soldiers carry only 180 to 210 rounds. The reason is simple. Modern troops must carry heavy body armor weighing 11 to 15 kilograms, along with night vision devices, communication gear, GPS units, batteries, water, and food. Multiple studies show that excessive load reduces marching speed, increases injury risk, and negatively affects reaction time. As a result, cutting ammunition became a necessary trade-off to preserve mobility and survival. Finally, modern U.S. soldiers do not fight alone. They operate as part of a networked combat system, capable of calling in airstrikes, artillery, or UAV support within minutes. During the Second Battle of Fallujah in 2004, U.S. Marines often carried only 180 rounds of ammunition because major enemy positions were destroyed by air power and artillery. In Afghanistan, many engagements saw troops primarily observing and designating targets, while heavy firepower was delivered by aircraft and attack helicopters. This approach does carry risks, especially if communications are disrupted. But in most modern combat scenarios, the advantages far outweigh the dangers. The reduction in ammunition carried by U.S. soldiers, from 420 rounds down to just 180, is not a sign of weakness. It is the result of 4 key factors: a combat mindset that prioritizes accuracy over volume, modern weapons and advanced technology, an ever-increasing load of essential equipment, and support from a fully integrated firepower network. In modern warfare, it's not the amount of ammunition you carry that determines victory and survival. It's the value of every single shot.